Hello, I'm Mark Schechter with Ideal Luxury, where we buy, sell, trade, and make loans on watches, diamonds, and jewelry. Welcome to another edition of Question Mark, where we answer popular questions about these luxury items. Today we're talking about treated or clarity enhanced diamonds. As always, rule number one, know who you're doing business with. There's nothing wrong with a treated or clarity enhanced diamond as long as it is disclosed. You should know up front what you're buying and why the price may appear to be too good to be true. A treated or clarity enhanced diamond is a natural diamond that has been manipulated by man to enhance its color or its clarity. The benefit is the price. You might get more diamond for the same price, or for the same size diamond spend less money. The downside might be how you care for it and its value in the long run. Let's take a closer look at some treatments that are common for diamonds. Okay, let's see if we can't give you a few things to look for when trying to identify a treated diamond. In this segment of Question Mark, we're going to work predominantly from photos on the screen. We don't carry treated stones unless we have a specific request for one. And again, there's nothing wrong with them as long as it's disclosed. Probably the greatest indication is typically price point. I always say if the price seems too good to be true, it's either fake or stolen. But you're going to want to start by learning how to use a jeweler's loupe. If you don't have one, you can ask the person that's selling you the item to borrow theirs. If you don't know how to use it, you can ask them to show you how to use it. And if they don't want to let you do either, then you might have the answer to your question right there. But we'll start with what's probably most common, and that's diamonds that have been drilled. If you look at this photograph on the screen, that's actually a laser drilled line down to the imperfection. Then they'll remove the imperfection. You wouldn't be able to perceive this with your naked eye, but you could see it with the jeweler's loupe, especially if you looked from the side. In this second example, you can see they actually drilled in a number of places to remove a number of inclusions. Again, you'll see that with the jeweler's loupe, especially if you look at the diamond from its side. Now, typically after drilling it, a lot of times they will fill a stone with a resin or with glass. In this photo, another way you'll hear these referred to as Yehuda, you'll see that purple, pinkish, fuchsia haze when you turn the stone under certain light. The glass or the resin they filled the diamond with won't refract light the same way that the diamond will, so it'll appear to have different colors. You'll see this when you loupe the stone. If you see colors like that, again, looking at this second picture, a number of examples of where the stone was drilled and then filled. This would be a drilled and filled stone. You'll see the drill marks, and you'll see that color that's got no business in a natural diamond. So those being drilled and filled stones. You'll also see irradiated diamonds done very commonly with fancy colored diamonds. When they're making jewelry, they'll take natural white stones and make them blues and pinks and greens to make beautiful jewelry, but much less expensive than using natural stones. If you see diamonds like these that have very uncommon colors that don't look natural, Smurf blue and whatnot, and in a piece of jewelry that appears to be priced very low for fancy diamonds, you might want to ask the seller if the diamonds are naturally those colors, and they should disclose it if they're not. In the second example, you'll see that blue is just not a natural color, albeit pretty, not something you would expect to see naturally from a stone, and this comes from a radiation process. Another process for manipulating the appearance of a stone is HPHT, or high pressure, high temperature, where GE, General Electric, actually pioneered a process where they mimic the Earth's natural forces with pressure and temperature to, manipulate in most cases, the color of a diamond. It may be, in this example, you can see the green or the light brown. It has to be a candidate, has to be a very clean stone. They will apply this process and get the stone on the right, which is nice and white, but predominantly for color. Fascinating process, but not something you're going to perceive with the naked eye or a jeweler's loupe unless the selling party has identified it. Sometimes the manufacturer will put the process right on the girdle in an inscription, which you can see with the jeweler's loupe if you have very good eyes, or if a diamond went through GIA, was determined to be high pressure, high temperature, and wasn't already identified, they would brand the stone or actually inscribe the girdle to identify that it had gone through this process. This process scares a lot of people because it makes diamonds look to be naturally very clean and white, but undetectable in most cases unless you really know what you're looking for and you have a diamond microscope. Another process, last but not least, is coated diamonds. Again, fancy colored diamonds, pinks and greens and yellows, are beautiful and very, very valuable. So they'll coat the diamonds to actually manipulate that color. You'll see in this example, the coating, you can get it to stick to the facets, briefly described, but it's hard to get it to stick to the actual facet junctures, the thin lines. So the coating you'll see on the facet, but not the thin line, and something you can kind of see under a jeweler's loupe, where sometimes it appears to be splotchy. If you look at this second photo, it looks like water spots or spots where the color didn't take properly. Then you can identify that possibly you're looking at a coated stone. But again, if you have any reservations, think about the price and or ask the seller if the diamonds have been treated. The only way to know for sure is to refer to a GIA cert. I wouldn't purchase a fancy colored stone unless GIA said that it was naturally fancy in color. And then in terms of treatments, if a stone goes through GIA, it will be identified in their process. In this example, you can see we had an E flawless stone, a very, very clean stone, but this asterisk leads you down to the diamond has been processed by high pressure, high temperature, HPHT, to change its color. So they've identified it, no questions asked, how it got to where it's at. Again, nothing wrong with treated stones or irradiated stones or stones manipulated for color and or clarity, as long as it's disclosed that that's how it got there. You can either refer to GIA or work with someone that you trust in the process, but hopefully this will help you identify some of the things to look for in the marketplace. That's all for today. If you'd like your question answered or would like to learn more about doing business with Ideal Luxury, borrowing, buying, selling, or getting a loan, feel free to visit our website or give us a call.